What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Dog Talk West Virginia. Thank you all for kind of being patient with me. I've been kind of down, feeling kind of crummy over the last week or so, but we are back. I got a ton to cover, and we're going to dive right into it. So here we go. We got results for you, upcoming tournaments. Before we dive into that, let's get into some pro news. We have a couple elite pros, retired pro that needs our thoughts and prayers. We have Ott Defoe. If you haven't seen, he's battling some heart issues. It sounds like they know exactly what's going on. He's scheduled for surgery, so thoughts and prayers for him and his family in this time, and we wish you a quick and speedy recovery. Also, Derek Remitz, Guntersville, Alabama, retired pro, guy down on Guntersville. He needs our thoughts and prayers. He was in a serious car accident during the storm, probably it's about a week ago now, over the weekend. And there is a GoFundMe set up for him. I've got some friends that go down every year, take a guided trip for him. He's a wonderful guy, loves bass fishing, loves to share information with his clients, and just an all-around great guy, family man. So thoughts and prayers for a quick and speedy recovery for him as well. And I will leave a link in the description for the GoFundMe if you feel led to donate to help him in his recovery process. So thoughts and prayers with everyone out there, especially these two pros that definitely needs all the prayers they can get. But results, we're going to dive right into it. It's been a couple weeks. Like I said, I kind of felt kind of crummy, had battling some things, but I feel great. I'm back. I'm ready, and we're going to dive right into it. The weekend of June 15th. Now, as we all know, we've been battling rain all year, so there's been multiple tournaments canceled over the last few weekends, as all year, and luckily, some of these trails were able to squeeze some tournaments in. So, Southern West Virginia kayak anglers, there are a few tournaments into the season. They had a tournament on Stevens Lake and Plum Orchard Lake. Now, it's fishing pretty tough. We all know it's post-spawn, so these fish are kind of moving out to their summer holes. But Mark Edwards, first place finish was 75 inches. 75 inches. I believe that came on Stevens. He did a full write-up on a recap, so if you want to follow along with him, look him up on Facebook. Mark's a great guy. He travels the whole East Coast fishing KBF events, multiple trails. He has multiple wins this year. So, and this is an ex-bass boat fisherman, bass boat tournament fisherman. So, and he still does that. But eventually, we're going to sit down with Mark and kind of get his side of the story of how his season's going. So, congratulations on Mark. 75 inches for the win. Second place, Jason Estep. He's had an absolute great year as well. Now, his teammate, Jason and Jeffrey Wills, won the team event for the Southern West Virginia Kayak Anglers event, so congratulations to you all. USA Bassin held their final event in the Central Division, and that was on Burnsville. Mike Samples, Lloyd Coleman, another great finish. They win with 11:05. Big Fish 374. These guys have practically dominated the entire season. I'm going to run through those real fast. Now that 11:05 was actually besting second at Burnsville by 1.5 pounds. Real close to 1.5 pounds. So congratulations, guys. Great finish. But there are 5 events. First event was at Summersville. They placed second. Second event was at Burnsville, 7th place. Third event was on Summersville. They took the win there. Stonewall, 4th event, a 2nd place finish, and of course they won Burnsville. They dominated the points race entire season. Congratulations, guys. It's been great following along with what you're all doing. Wow, what an awesome season. So, congratulations. That will, like I said, does wrap up their Central Division, and I will get into the Burnsville Night Division here upcoming later in this episode that will be starting up this weekend. So, Trail of Dreams Pro-Am, stop number 2. of the 3 series events. This was at Stonewall. I could do a full recap on how that weekend went for me, and I know a lot of the other guys. The bite was on Friday during the official practice, pre-fishing day. If you would have asked me then, I would have told you, fully convinced it was going to take 20 plus pounds to win this event. That wasn't the case. Front moved in post-frontal conditions. Things changed overnight, especially we all know here in this state, it happens. And things change very, very fast and drastically generally, and the bite just absolutely turned off. Some guys were still able to find some fish, but it was extremely tough. But back-to-back wins, big shout out to Steve Marks. Steve weighed 807 or 8 pounds 7 ounces. Like I said, back-to-back wins. Won the event on the Kanawha River, came back, second stop, wins the Stonewall event. He is leading the points, and I promise you it is going to be extremely tough come September at Summersville for someone to dethrone him of that points title. Steve, great tournament. Hats off to you, buddy. And we hope to talk with Steve later in the year about how his season went. Phenomenal angler. Him and his son, Brandon Marks, they fish a pile of tournaments and they always catch fish. So I'd like to kind of pick his brain a little bit, see if we can't get with Steve. But congratulations, Steve. Another phenomenal finish. And like I said, I already went through the USA Bassin stuff. Here's the crazy thing. Lewis County Bass Anglers held a club tournament on Stonewall the very next day. Sunday, they have a tournament there. And I see the results a few days later, and my mind is blown. But it's no surprise knowing the caliber of fish guys and gals were catching on Friday leading up to the tournament. And again, proves things change overnight, almost immediately. Tyler Davis, Ty Leeton, they go out and catch a 20-plus pound bag at Stonewall. Take big fish, 582, 20-plus pound bag anywhere in the state is remarkable. I know we always talk about that's kind of the holy grail, really anywhere, but especially here in the state. So it's awesome to see a 20-plus pound bag weighed. Awesome seeing it weighed at Stonewall with a lot of talk with regulations changes over the years. It makes you wonder how those regulations impact a fishery. And even though those regulations have only been in effect for a few years, regardless of how folks feel about that, it has made the fishing a little tougher there. Increased pressure. That lake does see a lot of pressure. The fish are still there. This is proof the fish are still there. And we are still catching quality fish here, but a 20-plus pound bag, phenomenal, phenomenal bag, guys. Congratulations to the both of you. That's absolutely awesome. And I reached out to Tyler, and he said, "Listen, it was a remarkable day. We just got on some fish, and you know, we all hope for a lucky day like that, but that seems to be the holy grail." So, congrats. Great seeing a 20-plus pound bag. Also, West Virginia Bass Federation. I know I hit on the points race. You saw the post, or at least I hope you did. Tim Wade, David Rice, they finished third in this event. It was enough to overtake first place leading into that final event on the Kanawha River out of Nitro, and they won the points race. We're actually working on setting up a date so I can sit down with Tim and David so we can talk about their season. They've agreed to sit down and kind of share how their season went with us. So look forward to seeing that, getting with these guys. So pay attention when that'll roll out. But for the tournament, and it's no surprise who won this tournament. I know these guys personally. They are phenomenal anglers and absolute sticks on the Kanawha River. They always catch fish, and the win goes to Brian Hill, Caleb Hill, father-son team. And they were actually only one of 3 teams to catch a 5-fish limit. And they weighed 930, 9 pounds, or 9.3 pounds. And just an absolute phenomenal finish, guys. Congratulations on your win. Also, If you haven't followed along, if you missed what was going on the St. Lawrence River in New York, you missed out. WVU went up. The team of Casey Lanier and Nolan Minor threw down day one, 26-6, biggest bag of the entire tournament. They went on to weigh 67-1 for their total 3-day weight, taking a 5th place finish. If you don't follow along, if you don't know these two names, you are missing out. These boys absolutely hammer fish. These guys are absolute sticks. We're going to see a lot of great things come from them. Congratulations, guys. Absolutely awesome. And the St. Lawrence just absolutely put some numbers up. Fish were on beds. They were picking smallmouth off left and right. I think it took over 20 pounds to be in the top 80. Top 80 teams had over 20 pounds the first day, so that's remarkable. But, so congratulations to them. Now, June 22nd weekend, again, all this rain moved through the area. It blew out pretty much the entire state. All the water was pretty screwed up, especially the rivers. Mountain State Kayak anglers had a scheduled event on the Cheat River. Luckily, last minute on Friday, they were able to make some changes, open up some new waters, and they were able to get this event in. Cheat, it was rolling fairly well, not extremely high, but it was muddy. But they opened up Tiger Lake, Cheat Lake, and any moving water in the state of West Virginia, public moving water, was eligible. So folks had to change their game plans very quickly. And a good buddy of mine, Chris Alkire, comes out on top, figures out where he can go, find some clean water, find some fishable water, and not only does he catch the biggest bass of the tournament, a 20.5-inch smallmouth, he stacks up a 3-fish limit, and this is only 3 fish, 53.25 inches. He hammered the fish, put up a huge bag, and actually won by 5 inches. He had 5 inches over second place. Absolute dominating win, and that second place finish was Brian McClung. So congratulations to the both of you. Great job, Chris. That was awesome to see. I watched it, the live results, so congratulations, buddy. So some upcoming tournaments this weekend. You have the Ohio River, ORBT, the Ohio River Bass Trail, or Ohio River Buddy Trail. That's supposed to be out of Belpre. I know the Ohio River, these folks have just they've missed a ton of tournaments. A lot of tournaments had to be canceled, rescheduled. The Ohio River has been blowed out all year long. Incredible amount of water coming through the valley there, and it's I know they're clawing to get on the water and compete. So I hope they get that in. You can follow along on their Facebook page for updates. So we'll see how that develops throughout the week. Also, USA Bassin, like I said, will start their Burnsville Night Division starting this weekend. These tournaments run from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. This, again, will be a 5-event series. They're all night tournaments. So that will be starting this weekend. If you want more information, check out usabassin.com. Also, like I said, all the entry forms, all the info is on that website. You can go to tournaments, divisional tournaments. You can look up West Virginia, go to the Burnsville Night Division. Everything's there listed for you. So best of luck for everyone starting that series. Also, Summers County Kayak Bass Anglers. This is a pretty cool title to this tournament. It is the Beat Brian Bostic Greenbrier River Challenge. If you don't know Brian, travels all over fishing KBF events as well. Also, multiple trails. This guy is a hammer. I would say self-proclaimed, but he's not. It's not even that. This guy shows up, hammers the fish on the river. He is a river stick. And when it comes to the Greenbrier River, living up that way, he knows it like the back of his hand. And somehow he always puts together a giant bag of smallmouth. So I love the title. So let's see what happens. Let's see if somebody can dethrone Brian Bostic from his continuing dominance on the Greenbrier River. That's going to be really fun to see. Also, this is the time of year Bass Nation of West Virginia has moved through the entire Buddy Trail season. Their championship up on the Mon River is over, and this is where they offer their 2 open tournaments. One will be held on the Mon River out of Palatine Park, and that actually is out of the Northern Division, so someone will be running that event there. This is an open event. Also, Canal River out of Nitro. Again, open. No membership required. This gives you, as an angler, an opportunity to come see what the organization is all about, how well they run tournaments, and just kind of give you an opportunity to compete against some of these folks. And like I said, see what they have to offer. So there's some really cool incentives for fishing these. Some things that you could actually win by competing. Not only are you paying your entry fee and there's monies that'll be paid out, but for the Mon River event out of Palatine Park, if they reach the minimum 30 boats, they are guaranteeing a $1,500 first place prize. That's a great payout. 30 boats, $1,500 to first. That's a great payday. Now, there have been some local folks up there in the area that have stepped up to make this possible. Everyone up in that area, I believe Marion County, I think is what they call that area, but I'd have to double check, sorry. But the local commission up there has stepped up, and they are putting up, helping with this event. So, Mon River, Palatine Park, and also, like I said, Canal River out of Nitro. Here's the cool thing with the Nitro event on the Canal River. $100 entry for both of these tournaments. Now, the winning team, if they reach the minimum 20 boats, minimum 20 teams for this event on the Canal River, the winning team will receive free entries for the entire 2020 Buddy Trail season. That is awesome. You're talking 5 events, $500. So whoever wins this will receive a full paid entry for their team for the 2020 Buddy Trail season. That is a huge incentive to come out and fish this event. And not only that, but you get to meet a bunch of great guys, a bunch of great anglers, a bunch of great folks that run a phenomenal organization and trail. So that's kind of what's going on. We're not going to drag it out too far. If you haven't seen my last post, we all know there's a huge scandal going on that was surfaced online, that they're it's shaking up the bass fishing world. So check out that post. All the info is there about that. We're not going to dive too much into it, but I will say you will get caught when you play these games over time. It's proof of this. This has been going on for years. A lifelong cheater, fraud, basically. In my opinion, it really hurts everything that the community of bass anglers do to promote our sport and help grow what we have and pass it on to the next generation. It is so disheartening to see. But like I said, I'm not going to dive too much into that. We all know it's absolutely terrible. So don't be that guy. That's the easiest thing and best thing I got to say. Don't be that guy. None of us, or very few of us, will ever make it to a point to where we're doing this for a living. And for Facebook likes or Instagram follows or whatever the case may be, it's not worth it. Absolutely not worth it. I'm sorry. That is so demeaning to bass fishing, tournament bass fishing, all of our names as anglers as well. It's just so disheartening to see. So don't be that guy or gal. Just don't even go there. I take a lot of pride in, and I think we all do, of just doing things the right way. Who would want to claim that they are the best or won something when you really didn't earn it? So don't be that person. But like I said, that wraps up pretty much a recap of the last couple weeks. Like I said, thank you so much for sticking around and being patient. I know I haven't put a whole lot out there. There's been a lot going on, but we're feeling great. We're coming into kind of what I would consider the off season. A lot of the trails are slowing down. We have some trails that are just kind of getting into the middle of their season. All these kayak trails, Mountain State kayak anglers, West Virginia kayak anglers, Southern West Virginia kayak anglers, Summers County kayak bass anglers. There is a slew of tournaments still going on throughout the year. Got a couple big charity tournaments coming up, so we'll cover those in the next week episode. So, as always, thank you for following along. Make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. When you see that link pop up, there's a little subscribe button. Hit that. What happens when you do that? It's nothing more than you'll get a notification. Only if you hit that bell icon, you'll get an email, and it'll just let you know that there's a new episode up ready to watch. So it kind of helps you keep up to date on everything that's going on in the bass fishing world and the bass